Hello, good evening, and welcome to Rubicar. Yes, we're back. We're back on Rubicar again for some more Project Rubicar fun time stuff. I'm just doing the social medias. Give me a second. It's not just me, is it? Social media is just getting worse and worse and worse. Right, that's that one done, or those couple done. And then a bit of Discord action. Right, okay, so where did we leave off? Where did we leave off last night? Was that one? Silent Dagger. Picked up. Sneak attack and fast attack. Nice, but there wasn't it another nano we got? Did I upload? Oh, that was, yeah, that was it. Gave us the agility, and we were looking at getting on the Omnimed Scalpel, a new weapon that's been added by the PRK devs. You get it from medical staff looking mobs in Biomare, or the Foreman's Dungeon, out there at the end of the longest road. We had a bit of fun times getting them. I used my higher level keeper, who's about level 90 or 89, to get all the way down there, get the mobs killed, and then this had fun blitzing down with this character at, I think, level 54, I think I was at the time. Anyway, so was that the multi-melee buff? Yeah, that was it, multi-melee. There is a higher level one, but I think we need 75 in order to upload it. I just saw a Gamel. Gamel! 11111. Gamel with no numbers. Whizzing past there. So we are definitely going to need that, because we've got piercing. We've got 550 now. The highest wrangle on server that we could get is 131. So to equip this, let's pull up the stats. So it's 701. So we're 151 short. So we need more levels or something. Multi-melee 500. We are at 492 with the buffs we've got, so we're not a gazillion miles off. And then on the specials, we've already got there. Specials came quite easy. Sneak attack, dimash, and fast attack. So we did quite well there. Now, as for, just put bigger implants in. Shade, can't wear implants. So we were farming the hecklers in Nascence. To try and get, well, it'd be very handy to get the waist symbiont. This one that has piercing in it. So you get piercing right arm. I think it's the same as two-hand edge. So you get piercing right arm, left arm, and then waist for the third one, for the faded variant. we've got that midriff. Did I get anything better? We got one with sense, stamina, agility. This one again, but it's very random what you actually get. Like this one is like a smaller version, I think, of that one. Yeah, it is. And that one's nanopool and XP, so it's all the variations of it, but not the one we want. God damn it, I need another bag to put more spirits into. I need one from somewhere. Who sells bags in Quarry? Actually, you know, I just go to Old Athen and buy it from the outdoor noob shop terminal thing. Leho donated $50. Thank you very much for the random donation. That's awesome. Thank you. Why are you no zone? Am I? Oh, do I not have enough lit? No, wait. This is the ground floor. Is grid broken? Oh no. Wait. Lag. Leo, I returned to AO 3 days ago from 2015. Wow, dude. Well, thank you very much for the random donation. That was very generous of you. Thank you. Was not expecting that. There's only 5 people in chat. It was just like, pa-ding! I thought, oh, maybe someone's followed or resubbed. No, he's donated a bunch of money. Thank you very much. That is appreciated. Back after an 11-year break. Wow. Okay, another new bag. Let's tidy up here. I am not known for my inventory management. In fact, I'm well known for the complete lack of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the low B stuff in one and the high B stuff in another. So we'll go to list mode. Move this one over here. It just makes sorting quicker. Like looking up files in detail mode, you know? Nope. Right, let's go quality. So put the 40s. And then leave the 70s and 80s there. This one, that's a low B. Low B. Low B-ish. Level from 37. That one gives sneak attack. Yeah, I've got the same one twice there. Get a lot of repeats with Siphon. It's not like you're buying these, they're random drops, etc. Right, okay. I'm relearning and playing on Project Rubicar. Yeah, the mechanics are a little different on Project Rubicar. So we're back to 18.4, which is before they changed all these, the treatment library and first aid stims. So you don't get the combined one that works in Shadowlands and on Rubicar. So they are different. I prefer the newer ones, I'll be honest. I do. I don't like coils, never did. But that's the choice of the dev team, and this is their server, so what they say goes, and that's kind of the end of the discussion, basically. Right, okay. So we need to grind, I don't know, 4 or 5 more levels or something like that. Which is not, you know, not too bad. Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, also shades. Don't get back items and token boards. There's so many items marked not shade. Why am I even playing one? Am I an idiot? Yeah, and tokens are much harder to come by. Way harder. You have to kill mobs and hope they drop one, rather than do missions, get lots. Yeah, I've done Keeper Shade, Adv, and an NT. I mean, on live I have 34 or 30, over 30, yeah, over 30 level 220s, all more or less maxed out. Yeah, there's some very simple rules on this server. No automation of any kind, and don't be a dick. Which is, well, it kind of makes it simple, really, doesn't it? Yeah, but I have played since 2015, so... And then I did all the Let's Build a Toon series. The first one was a bureaucrat, and it was all kind of like the build design. So character, breed, the face, and indeed the class were all decided by people on YouTube. So I'd go, right, poll, get your votes in. It was quite difficult because I had to do it all manually. Oblique, welcome to the stream. Senpai Blub, redeemed hydrate. I will get to that. But not while I'm playing a shade because my hands are awfully busy. Finally it landed. We died. Thank you very much. We got another. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. Grab that. So that's got more multi-melee in it. That's requirement 59. This one is requirement 44. So yeah. So that's going straight in, and then bag of Lobby stuff. I'm going to be giving all these away. If you've made a shade, you can grab all these off me. I mean, once you've outgrown a spirit, just pass it on to the next guy, isn't it? And Chuck D, you're very good health. Skal. Yachida. Right, so with that in, 498 multi-melee, and we need for these guys, for equipping, we need 500 to equip both. So we're not a gazillion miles away. Trying to figure out how long a certain mob spawn time is. Don't ask me. I don't know. Think things work differently here. So there is a bit of variation. What faction side are you? I play clan, but faction doesn't really matter for much. For money early on, have at least one neutral stroke omni character, because you do the chairs quest and sell the chairs in the Mia shop in Newland, which has a level 100 and something omni NPC in there, which will aggro you on site if you clan. And you can sell the chairs for quite a lot of money early on. It helps with getting started up, you know. Is there a new weapon at the cyborg barracks? There's new weapons in the temple. There's new weapons in biomare, etc. So, yeah, there's quite a bunch of good stuff there. And what we really could do with, I think, is better armor, definitely. And I should have got more NCUs from the temple, but I didn't. Because every time I went down to Lian, it was camped. So it's like a Panther, but ME. Okay. Well, that's cool if that's your preference, you know. I'm a two-hand edge guy for Keeper, but I also raise all the perks for ME on live because you get all the extra damage buff from it. Even if you're using a two-hand edge weapon, plus you get the taunt perks in that line, which for the build I did on Keeper, which was a sort of off-tank build, very tanky, solo just about anything, you know, reasonably. Uh-oh, lag. Yep, we got lag, everyone. Yeah, the only downside for this is I've got to sit and wait for the coils, and that's largely my fault because I'd forgotten on these. Like, this is the lowest one you can buy. And it wasn't the money, I just didn't have the treatment for anything better. Which treatment does it? Treatment from 6. Oh, we can get better than that. Surely to goodness. That'll speed up the process. So it's purely on treatment, and unfortunately I've had to raise treatment on this character. We got 211 on treatment. We can do better. We can get a better one. I bought the lowest one thinking, well, you just sit and watch it tick by, but I'm getting to the point now I'm like, no, it's taking way too long. Okay, invisible dude. 211. Right, coil of health. Right, it's not going to be a 90. No, 415. Quality 50. 230. We've got 211, so can't do those. Quality 40. 184. Okay, let's get 100 of them. Sell the old one back. There we are. Right, let's drop that down there. Pop it in there. I think that's going to speed up the process. Right, so for first aid, I think these are the highest I can use. First aid from 138. Now on live, you don't need treatment on shade. You can put all the IP that I've split here just into first aid, because the heal packs there, it says treatment or first aid, so it's either or. But on 18.4, it was still split. So you needed one treatment for one and first aid for the other. That was the original design, and that's what we still have on this server. Wanted to try the new ME sword in the subway. Can send you a tile if you want to check them out. Not right this second, dude. But yeah, is there one in Temple as well? I've got a panther on my keeper, and oh, it is fun. It's also fun playing without all the outside buffs and everything else that you would normally get. So I was coming here on live, it'd be like, right, hack and quack, behemoth, something else, something else, something else. Oh, land! Finally. Dual wheel breathing space. Got an ear one perception concealment. Alright. Oh, there you go. We're healing way quicker now. Dropped by Reverend Hayun. The one after Guardian of Tomorrow. Oh, alright. There is tasers you can get in Temple of the Three Winds. Tasers? Really? Plan to make a bow MA. There's a new bow in Steps of Madness that's amazing. That sounds cool. Oh, I might do an MA actually. I don't know. I haven't done an MA in a while. I did an MA Engineer, I think was the last one. Or did I make an actual MA? You know what? Can't remember. Right, that's better. We healed up in much shorter time there. I'm really hoping we get the waste spirit that has piercing in it. But really rando drop with Spirit Siphon. Plus, we're getting the XP we need to level up. Draden, welcome to the stream. There we go. I think we can risk another mob. Over. See, normally I'll be pouring into totemic rites and the like. I've been putting the IP into the perks. I've been putting in Pierce Magic. I would have probably gone for Totemic Rites again, or Sublime Rapport 2, because you get Ethereal Touch. Totemic Rites is life on the shade, especially at early levels. It's like how to do damage and heal yourself at the same time. It's pretty awesome. Ideally, once it's on, I'm hoping I can get a defensive, so add all death arm in that slot. It's usually the way I go until you're doing alphas, in which case you kind of get both in one. Super OP alphas, spirits for shade. But this is the way shades used to be. Oh yeah, landed first go. Nice. Give me a good one. Give me a spirit I can use. Give me the waist. No, we got legs. Agility and stamina. Okay. You can go in this bag. Okie doke. So, I've come to the end of this beer, which means ceremonially, it's the walk downstairs to the fridge and back moment. So I'm going to do that now, and then we're going to carry on. It'll only take me a minute or so. I'll be back. Right, he's back already. Told you it wouldn't take too long, and it didn't. Right, okay, more heckler. We're still full lag. We probably don't need to be. Let's try there. I think I went full ag because I was in the team. We had an MP and a keeper, so I just never lost any health for more than a second or two. Yes, we got it. We got the piercing waist. So that's 15 more to piercing. So what was this? Was this a Lobby one? No, it's actually not at 52. So that puts our piercing now 565. Wait, what? How did that go so high? I only added 15. I thought we were at... Oh yeah, 550 we were at. I was in my head, I was like, oh, weren't we only at? We're in spitting distance now. If we can get a 131 wrangle into that tiny amount of NCU I have. I'm going to have to buy NCUs, aren't I? Should have stayed in the temple. Did I only have one NC? No, I must have had a bunch of others. Maybe I put them in the bank. I think I probably did. Pretty Pretty lucky tonight getting that drop on the, what, third, fourth mob. Excuse me. I figure by 70 we can get we can get the scalpels on. So good as the Fearforged blades are, and they are excellent, especially with the super low piercing, we're going to lose 40 piercing when we unequip them. That's the downside. So we're going to have to do some work, because each one adds 20 to piercing, and I don't think you get that with these. Looking at it. Yeah, so there's no extra anything on it that boosts the skill required to use it. But this says, this scalpel recovered from unlicensed research facility known as Biomare was used in numerous dark and gruesome procedures. It's coated with a thin layer of nanobots that subtly rejuvenate its wielder. A feature designed to keep the former owner alert and ready. So, has it got some sort of a heal proc on it then? Philip Becker subscribed on the YouTube. Thank you very much for the sub. Much appreciated. Yeah, because that reads like, hey, I have a HP proc. So we've got 40, so 20 per weapon boost from the Fearforged blades. So going up from them is always a little bit more complicated than you might like. So we're going to lose 40 in piercing when we start swapping. I think we've got to get to like level 70. Still haven't found a brain off these guys. Ooh, we got a nice evade spirit there. Yep, that's better than this one. Okay. More evades on it. So that has 41, and the old one had 36. I mean, it's not massively better, but it's better. All adds up, you know. All adds up. First aid? Oh, the first aid's dropped. Oh, my base ability's dropping or something. I think maybe one of them just dropped off. I think it was the... No, it's not that one. Attribute boost. Value composite. That one. Nano. Was it that? Yeah, 25 agility. Yep, that's what's giving me the 2 points. There you go. Scalpel has a life tap, but it's a token amount. Ah, there you go. Krazolek. Is it worth 2 back? How many people play? This is Project Rubicar, not the live server. So, live server, no idea. Project Rubicar, currently 185 players. You cannot multi-box on this server either. And give you comp masteries. I can't use better nanos because for shade, they're level locked at this stage. So I can't actually use them. Even if I have the nano skills, your level is required to be level 75. Yeah, it's a bit like that, you know. I appreciate the offer though, my dude, and I may lean on that offer in the very near future if we have to go as far as level 75 to get these weapons on, and we might. So I'm going to lose 40 points taking the Fear Forged blades off. Which I've got to work into the calculation. So take 40 off. We're actually at 525. If we take these off, and I'm not worried about doing that here because obviously I can just throw them straight back on. Do I take that off for 545? So our actual 525 is where we're at. Now these add 20 each, with a very tiny multi requirement of 122. Comp mass is level 40. No, I mean, even if you give me the masteries, I have no nanos that I need to cast, that I'm able to cast until I'm level 75. I don't think, anyway. There might be one. I also need to get NCU sorted, so... what I could do with is a better brain. I'm still on this one, which only gives 21. Yeah, a lot of the shade nanos are level locked. So regardless of nano skill, you know, you're kind of tied to... You are not able to cast this until you hit level 75. I may also need Spec 2, which will be a nightmare. Because of the way the faction system isn't plugged in. So basically all unread mobs treat you as if you have 50k faction. You're, you know, instantly aggroed. Whereas on live, intelligence and sense, that's better than the one I've got, but it doesn't have any nano skills in it, so I'm not going to be using it just yet. So normally if you've got low faction, like a couple of K either way, excuse me. So if you like, I don't even know what my faction's at. Open faction. Yeah, so in numbers, I've got minus 332 faction, which puts you at indifferent. Now, at indifferent on live, unread mobs just ignore you largely, unless you aggro one. And then all the other mobs in level range of it will aggro you as well, which is fine. As long as they're in visual range or whatever. But on PRK, faction isn't really plugged in yet. So every mob treats you as if you've got 50k faction. Which is a very different kind of result. So as soon as you go near unread mobs, they'll come charging at you. So farming the books, difficult. I mean, we could also run to Elysium and do some of the Yutto's quests. A lot of XP for those. I might just do that rather than Hex, you know? Because they do give you, like, big reward XP-wise. And quite a few credits as well. So I may go do that. The thing is, it's not repeatable. So, yeah. What do we think? Elysium Yutto's quests for XP? Might be the way to go. Yeah, the piercing tooth nano that I'm using now is level 25. There's, I think, a level 51, isn't there? Maybe I need to go grab that. The level 51. That'll be on the second floor as well. I did the first stage of the Yutto's quest, which is talk to the guy at the bottom and kill the Biles worm type mobs near the building. But that was with someone healing me with a big heal pack for a laugh. It worked as well, actually. But for a 131, it's 54 NCU, if I'm remembering right. Anyone want to double check that for me? I think NCU cost for a 131 is, I'm pretty sure. Oh, hello. What's going on here? You two look very close. Yeah. Right, we'll go to the second shop and see if there's a quality 50. Unless I've just gone and cast the wrong one. Piercing tooth, level 25. It sounds like that's a Lobby one. The one below it. Piercing gives you 29. Okay, let's go upstairs and see what the next one would be. We'll have to figure it out. Does it go? It must be a level 51. It might not even be in this store. It could be in the ground floor one. Let's go and have a look. And I'm going to have to sort out some NCUs, I think. Okay, shed. Silent dagger, piercing gash. Quality 87, level from 75. Mugger, level 75 for the evades and agility. Twice the shield, I think. Yeah, let's go back down. Is there a level 51? I can't remember. Hang on. Diddly diddly dee. Ayo Galaxy. There we go. Shad. A Shaddy. We can do the fervors as well for fast attack buffs. So we get Whetstone effect starter. Rubicar store. It isn't. Oh, it goes 20, 25 and then 75. Right. Okay. So there isn't a level 50 requirement nano. Okay. Is it Funcom backdoor associated? No. It is not. There you go. There's the website. Check it out. Get invited to the server. Go set up an account and come and play. It's a project. It's a preservation project, in fact. Right. Unlike live, I discovered this on a stream and it was quite amusing. On live, you can go up to the portal technician and give him 9999999. He only takes 10k. However, on this server, if you type in all the credits, he takes all the credits. So don't do that. I did it and I blew like 250k, which was not good. It was very, very funny, but it wasn't very good. No, because I just blew a ton of creds. Yeah, it's not backed by or associated with Funcom. Funcom are aware of it and they are okay with it. Because they're not offering a product for sale. It's completely free if you want to play. It's haphazard, it has missing features, etc. He won't talk to me. Some device. Now, the quest for it is up there, so I'm going to delete that item, which I think is blocking the quest. Oh dear. He won't talk to me. Okay. Let's nip out a game and back in again now I've deleted it. So first he asks you to go kill 3 of the Bilesworm dudes. Then he asks you to make a delivery. But it ain't working. Yeah, he's not talking to me. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted that item. Right, okay. Well, let's go to the Yuttos anyway. As luck would have it, I do have an insignia. Yeah, I'm getting aggroed by these guys, even though I have, what is it? Negative 332 faction. As far as they're concerned, I'm their arch enemy, which makes farming books and doing the key quest quite difficult. Because it means you get aggroed by everything that's unread, basically. This may work, this may not. Well, that's the exit we actually want. Let's try talking to these guys. Bluetooth harvest, there you go. Will you help? Yes, of course. Let's put that there, that up there, this crap over there, these two somewhere out of the way, the bags up there. Defender of Troy. Yes. Okay, so we got the quest from him. Let's get the other ones from this guy, if he has them. I don't think we could, I'm not even sure we can do all of them. But, you know. Ancient text, okay. Yep, that goes down to the south. Frozen artifacts. Root samples. Yes, I'll help you. All four at once, because as long as you do them in the order it asks, it all works. And then, is there another one? I think there is. What do you need? Scalaber's End. I will get the Haithian artifact. One more go. Where can I find it? There we go. Okay, so we've grabbed all of them, I think. Bluetooth harvest is fairly straightforward, I think. Ow! Someone's aggroing me. Oh crap. 2 mobs. It would be. How far will they follow though? That's the question. I don't really want to fight them if I can avoid it. Might be a little early for doing these. I usually come around level 80 for these. Just so they're easy to do. Those prats still following? No, they've given up. Okay, good. So we want the mushrooms. The Bluetooth harvest. Sounds like a hacker thing, doesn't it? So the bag is what cuts them. It's a mushroom. It's a mushroom. Haven't got the dot yet. Yeah, sometimes it gives you a dot. Not fun. Okay, that's 3. 4. One more. 5. So that's 5 of those. 20s, you can go. In fact, you can go as well. Don't need them. And I definitely don't need that anymore. Because I can't enter the temple. Right, okay, so we're going to do Excalibur's End, which is just run in and hopefully run out. There's nothing much more to that mission, so we're going to go full death. But if Voracious Horror and a bunch of hecklers aggro, we're shit out of luck, is all I can say. But if we can click it and run back, all good. Holy hell, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. Got it. Running away. Running away. Running away. All the running away. I've got a 180 heckler on my tail. Did I even pick it up? I thought I did. I'm not sure I did. That one we've got. How the hell I'm still alive, I don't know. Find Excalibur's Head. Return to the one. Alright, it's not in my... Well, it doesn't seem to be in my inventory. Normally you actually have the weapon in your inventory, but seems not at this point. That was weird. Normally, heckler aggros at this level, like, that's 100 levels higher than you. You did. There's no running away from that one. Try and do these. We'll do Excalibur's End. It says I've done it, and yet I'm not sure I did. Oh, I did. Okay, now we have flagging acro trash. I found the sword. Apparently. Ow! Holy hell! This guy hits like a train. Nope. Oh no. Keeping out of his way. I think we got 2 levels there. Or almost 2 levels. Right, okay, so we want strength, agility, sense, and then melee weapons. 570, that's nice. Multi-range, boost that up as well. Close for now. Let's hand in the blue tooth. Blue fungus, whatever it is. One who wins over mind. Okay. I found the blue tooth fungi for you. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, number 5, and the bag, which also doubled as a knife. 69, dude! What's the consensus on Project Rubicar? Consensus. I would like to get back to where with the within the quarter, but I have a sense that there might not be too many people around on the Funcom servers. I've no idea how many people are playing on those servers because Funcom never publish those figures. So it could be any and all numbers of people playing on the servers. We just don't know, is the honest answer there. But I can tell you right now, currently on this server, there are 190 people playing. Or 190 accounts logged in. But you cannot multi-box on this server. You can dual log. So there's that. There's a global chat. 50 people with 6 alts in union running on live. Yeah, that's the thing with live. It's very hard to guess because unfortunately, yeah, the live servers are rife with people boxing. They've always said, well, it's not harmful, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, then you got the people using AO Sharp, crashing playfields and all the rest of it. So they don't actually have to defend a base. So they can EP they have the most bases. Well, of course you do. You never defend them. You just crash the server when people attack. That's, you know, that's playing Skyrim, hitting the tilde key and going TGM. I beat Alduin at level 1. Yeah, of course you did. It took 3 hours, but hey. You know, if you're going to cheat in a multiplayer game, don't expect anybody's respect, because you won't get it. Okay, so we got those 2, body and defense, we got that. Evades may as well. We got... So, I think we've got the multi-range now, if I do the poltergeist, or whatever it was called. Let's have a look. I've got more than enough multi-melee, but I may not have enough piercing. Got 5, 7, 6, but I lose 40 of that when I take off the Fearforged blades, because each one gives you 20 in piercing. So we're going to need at least 1 more level, I think. And then we're going to have to buff beg for another wrangle. I'll be back. I'm getting a beer. There we go. That was me cracking the beer open. It is beer o'clock. Yes, it is. I understand Project Rubicar. It's got the classic. Yeah, it's based on 18.4, so it's before the rebalance that they did that basically killed Advies. That's gone. Yay! But Shades can't have back items, token boards, and a bunch of other shit. But, you know, it swings and roundabouts. Yeah, you get Noob Island, but you can also go into the Shadowlands startup area as well. In fact, you can do both. So if you start off in Noob Island, you get a bunch of decent stuff there. You can get all the parts for the first stage of the shoulder pad quests. And then, after you leave, you can go to Rubicar, wander around a bit, chat to people, and then re-enter the Shadowlands startup area. Do the quests there if you want to, if they're working. They were bugged the other day. What? Mission failed? Which bloody mission failed? I've no idea which mission just failed. Yeah, frozen artifacts. Soul feeding, search for your roots. So we go. Which one failed? Was it a timed one? Some of these quests are a bit buggy. I did most of them on the Keeper. Yeah, I've only got where can I find Ergo. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure there. Soul feeding starts with KG Hothians, or what are they called? KG Hothlands. I'm not even sure we can beat them, but we can try. Unfortunately, got to find 10 of the buggers. Should be alright. They can't hit harder than a heckler, right? Oh, but they can. Somehow. It'll be fine. Worst thing to say. Kill line. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so it's a test server. It's an alpha test server, so don't expect much. Ow! Goddamn ow! What do we got? We got the strength one again. Okay. You can live in there. Yeah, the things will break. I mean, if you go to the main Discord thing and read the server announcements, they kind of give you, they manage the expectation for the server. Which is, don't expect a live service game because it's not that. It's a beta test. Well, it's not even. It's an alpha test for, essentially a private server run by a bunch of guys and girls that just want to do it. Yeah, enjoy the ride or wait. That's how it is. I'm okay with it. Because it's always been the journey for me, not the destination. So people, but my character will go, well, yeah, but it was the act of playing the character and getting somewhere on them that was the fun part for me. I mean, it's, nice to keep the character and all that, but it's not guaranteed here. I mean, there's all kinds of spurious misinformation about what they're doing here. And one of the things I hear a lot is, oh, they do seasonal wipes. No, they don't. Oh, but they do this. And it's like, no, they don't. They wiped the server because there was a bug in the code that meant if they left when they fixed it, it would mean that the players still on the server wouldn't be able to log in. They'd be bugged forever, you know. So the only thing they could do was go, oh, unfortunately, the only way we can fix this is wiping, which is what they did. And everyone just came back and started again. New feature to add, possibly. No, they don't always need to wipe because of a new feature. I had one person posted a comment saying, what's the point of playing on a server that has no ranged combat? It's melee based only. I was like, dude, where the flying fluff did you get that information? Because it's wrong. Yeah, this guy swore up and down, no, they only have, the only, all combat is melee, there's no ranged combat on the server. It's like, where the, did you read that? Oh, it was on Reddit. Well, don't get your information off Reddit. Because it's blatantly wrong. You know, it's just silly. Yeah, God knows. It's like the Monty Python Life of Brian movie, where they're like, oh, the shoe is a sign. No, follow the gourd. It's not a shoe, it's a sandal. Oh, it's a bloody shoe. No, we should cast off one shoe. No, like him, we should follow the gourd. People just make shit up and believe it. You know, what the hell can you do? You know, it's crazy. Yeah, there's been one wipe since I played, so I logged in one day, made a character, got him to level 5 in the backyard or whatever, and then that was it. Next day I had to make a new one. So I don't worry about it, you know? Rip the level 10 dream. Yeah, if I'd have stayed on later, I could have got higher level, but I didn't. It's like right now, I'm enjoying doing things that I'm finding present some difficulty. Oh, that's quite nice. Chest have we got now? Requires level 37, but does have max health 102, but this gives sanity. Oh, I think we're going with that one. Yeah, we're going with that one. So we'll take that out. Pop that one in for the base stat boost. So that has stamina, sense, and strength. So for now, that's a better option. So I'll refill some nano pool as well while I'm here. Yeah, it's the classic ICC. So ICC is a big crater in the ground in the middle of Milky Way. And the Wampas are the big, you know, big ass box things that look like they can actually do something. Not the porta toilets from a festival type ones that you kind of get on live now. I never liked them. I thought, yeah, okay, you did a good design. They look cool, I suppose, but they don't look like they work. I feel like I'm going into a toilet at a concert or something. Will he pull all the way down from there? Yes, he will. I remember back in the day they didn't allow Clan Omni on the same account on the same server. Yes, they did. You don't remember that? That's a false memory. Because they did. Because I had a med suit mule back in 2001, dude. You don't remember that because it never happened. Sorry, my dude. I don't know why you think you remember that, but it was never a thing. I had a med suit mule in 2001. Unspoken rule. Yeah, the clan, the guild didn't like it. I said, yeah, but I can get med suits. And they were like, well, I guess it's all right then. Who wants a med suit? Oh, okay, we'll allow it. Guilds may have had that rule, but the game never did. Have to kill 5 more KG Hothians. Left hand fast attack martial arts. Oh, that's quite good. Oh, and another insignia. That'll do nicely. Not a spy. Yeah. No, I did. I had a med suit mule. So just a character that I made Omni just so they could go and buy med suits for my clan characters. It reminds me of WoW. Yeah, I think you may be misremembering a different game because it's never been a rule in AO. We set the wipe every few months more as an attempt to remove expectation of performance, not a strict timeline. Yeah, I know, but follow the code. No, the shoe is a sign. That's what you're dealing with, my dude. That's what you're dealing with. It's like, I was saying this to Raggy the other night. And we were laughing about it because it is kind of comical. Yeah, there you go. So I was just talking to Raggy, just like, oh, have you seen this comment? You hate Go. I said it's a meme, blah, blah, blah. As a wild speculation and rumours by folks, I'm constantly reminded of this, you know, which is that thing. Raggy, Python is always relevant. Yes. Yes, it is. So yeah, people will make shit up on the spot and then swear damn blind. That's the way it's always been, and yeah, I don't know. It's just a thing people do. I've no idea why. I can remember seeing a clip of like a particular American president came over, had a royal visit in the UK, and they said, I swear to God this is true. And his supporters were saying, oh, they can't get rid of him because he's next in line to the throne of Britain. Wait, what? That's now not how succession works? Trust me, I'm British. And they were like, no, because he was knighted by the king or the queen or whatever it was at the time. And I was like, Britain was going, You're one dumb motherfucker, aren't you? You live in God knows what space, but no, on every level. That's not how succession works. And that's who you're dealing with. It's those people. The people that just make shit up on the spot to fill in the gaps in the knowledge that they don't have. And that assertion, that guess, becomes absolute. That's who you're dealing with. I mean, what the hell do you do, you know? When you're at that level. And unfortunately, you get that thing there. I mean, yeah, leak dev chat. I'm not a dev, I'm just some prat who streams the game and makes videos and whatever. Plays it, that's it. I've got no expectations. I could get up tomorrow and they go, oh, a bit of code bug. Right, we're wiping the server. This character's gone. That's my expectation. Yeah, that's how I play them. Oh, no, I just picked up the wrong thing. You go back there. Yeah, YouTube comments. I was sharing them with Raggy because I just thought he'd find them funny, and he did. There are seasonable wipes, and then there's like 2 other people answered before I did. Why would there be? Blah, 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 reset. No, there was one wipe and it needed to be done to fix it, you know. Raggy's just laughing, you know. But there's also the other people going, yeah, this is brilliant. I love it. Thank you guys for doing this, you know. So, double-edged sword, I guess. Double-edged sword. But you know me, I'm completely transparent about what I do, who I talk to, and what I say, in as much as I can. You know, I don't try and con anyone. I don't try and do the YouTuber thing. Hi all, and welcome. Without any further ado, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell. That's a do. Do you not know what without further ado means? Because it means that you just did immediately after saying it. Do you happen to stream on YouTube or Kick? I'm on YouTube right now, my dude, in 1440p 60 at 40 megabytes a second. So you get glorious image quality, and thankfully you can't see me on there either. Yeah, there's so much of that on the platform. Half the problem is all the YouTube gurus tell you that's what you're supposed to do. I've never done it. I never will do it. I don't give a shit about making money on YouTube or anything else. That's not why I do it, and it never has been. You know. Raggy is a meme lord and a good dev. He is. He's a great guy. He always has been. Just the way he's made. It's just the way he's made, you know. You should say this. Yeah, it is kind of like that. It is kind of like that. I've never done it. I mean, look at me. I'm not going to get, you know, I'm not some handsome dude that's going to get all the girls tuning in. I never put stupid, exaggerated emotional expression face on every thumbnail. I actually did this. I swear to God, this is for real. So I've got a plug-in for YouTube, and YouTube kind of recommends all kinds of shit to me. And at one point, it said, oh, we can improve your thumbnail. So this was the thumbnail. That's my thumbnail. Here's a screenshot of the game with information about what the video's about. And the video's about how to set up an account, how to download the client, how to patch it, how to start playing. And this was their suggested AI-generated thumbnail. Fuck's sake. Finally playing. No way in hell am I putting that on one of my videos. I mean, look at it. I mean, fair dues, they got the uniform right, so it must have analysed the whole video. I shit you not, that's what their fucking plugin came up with. And I'm like, wait, what? No, I'm not doing that. No, you know what? People recognize, when you see this, right? What do you know it's about this? It's subtle, but have you noticed it? Subconsciously, you probably have. Okay. Before you answer, look at the font. Does it look familiar? Yeah. That font is the font that Funcom use for Anarchy Online. It is also, interestingly enough, and why I immediately liked it, the font that's used for Red Dwarf. Don't believe me? Not that one. But everything else they did with the show... Oh, God, I'm going to make myself a liar now, aren't I? Yeah, but all the title screens and all that use the exact same font. It's a tiny thing. It's a tiny thing. But when you see one of my videos, you will always see that font. Because I like it. It makes me laugh because it reminds me of Red Dwarf. Uniform on that. Yeah, it's picked it up and ran with it. But the whole... I mean, I can pull faces better than that. I could stick ridiculous looking pictures of my face pulling stupid faces on every video. But when I see a video with that as the thumbnail, I avoid it like the plague. I remove a Dreer arrow to remove custom thumbnail. Ooh, fancy. It just seems fake. It is fake. I mean, all AI is, for all that massive overselling they're doing with it, is a plagiarism engine. It steals other people's work and represents it in a legally plausible way that you're deniably copying someone else, but essentially you are. That's what it does. Without input, AI is utterly useless. If it can't steal your and everybody else's information, it's useless. It doesn't think. It's not artificial intelligence whatsoever. It's a plagiarism engine. That's all it is. And we haven't developed technology that can do anything else, unfortunately. Can't edit textures. Not as far as I know. I wouldn't know where to start. You know. Might be possible. You got to remember, this was an engine developed in the 90s and released in 2001, where graphics card had megabytes of VRAM, and so did most computers. It's quarter of a century later now. So, oh God, hang on. I think the tether limits are a bit shorter than anticipated. Yeah, so that's all AI is. They keep saying, oh, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. Okay, 3D fucking print the rest of that tower block then. 3D fucking print a field of crops. It can't do it. All it can do, excuse me, is steal information from other sources and present it as, you know, legally distinct from the source. That's all it does. That's it. That's all it is. So when they go, oh, AI this, AI that, AI that, it's a fucking bubble. It will burst. Don't put your money into it. You'll get burnt. Unless you get in and out at the right time. It's like the .com boom. God, how many people got burned by that, you know? Right, I'm just going to move to a semi-safe spot over here. Sit down with the heal pack and grab another beer. NFT is like, yeah, do you remember how NFTs were going to be the future? Do you remember that? Paying actual money for a fucking JPEG. It's a fucking JPEG. Oh, I've got this unique JPEG. Screen cap. Oh, me too. And they tried to make it worth money. They tried to generate money from absolutely nothing. The reason art is valuable is because it's rare and unique, and the painter or photographer or whatever only ever made X amount of it. That's why it's valuable. Like an AI just regurgitates what's come before it, that it's basically stolen, and then reinterprets it as something new. It looks like ass every time. I mean, even when we were laughing and joking 3 years ago at Will Smith eating spaghetti and how weird it looked, to me, it's less obvious, but it's still actually obvious, you know? So, I don't know. But yeah, it's bollocks. It's got as much future. Monkey JPEG, serious business. Yeah, that didn't go well. Right, back in a minute. Right, okay, I'm back for people on YouTube who can't see the web Webcam. I don't know why I'm sneezing. I don't have a cold. I'm just sneezing. What can I say? Ooh, we need to rebuff, is what I say. No 4-hour buffs by default for you. God, I don't know why I am sneezing that hard. Would it be possible to reverse engineer the client to make it mutable, since you guys have your hands in the guts? Yeah, but they don't have the tools that Funcom used to build the game. The reason the Bethesda game mods are so good and how they can do textures and whatnot within weeks of a release is they have the actual development tools readily available. So yeah. What would happen if you tossed it into AI? AI would steal everybody else's work and then attempt to create something legally distinct from the source, and it would be completely unrun. Probably wouldn't even run. Even if it had them, no one. Well, the people that developed AO don't work at Funcom anymore, you know. So, good luck with that. We had the one dev that knew kind of how the game worked and how to develop things within it. But even they got canned eventually, or told you can't work on it anymore. Yeah, never show AI anything you show to AI, it will immediately steal it, add it to its database of things I can steal from. That's what it is. It's a plagiarism engine. That's all it is. It's not AI. Calling it AI is wrong. It has no... It's artificial, yes. Intelligent? No. If it has no input, it creates absolutely nothing. And the reason a person or an animal or a creature is intelligent is it will spontaneously come up with stuff. Whereas AI can't do that. It fails every intelligence test there is. Calling it AI, it's a buzzword. It's not what it is. It's a plagiarism engine seeking to replace creative people. Yeah, it's just advanced scripting. That's it. AI is not going to solve shit. It's really not. It's going to do the same job people can do, perhaps quicker, when people are trying to, replicate other stuff that came before. It can do it quicker because it's running on a computer, 24/7. Now, way before AO, back in the 80s, I started as a TV service engineer. I went to college, I trained, I went to lectures, I read books, I had to pass exams, and I had to learn shit, right? You go use AI on how to do something to repair or do anything with a TV, you're going to end up getting yourself electrocuted if you listen to it. Because it pulls information from Reddit, QAnon, a bunch of other completely unreliable sources, etc., etc., etc. It's frighteningly misinforming people on how anything and everything works. It's scarily bad. Yeah, the bigger a capacitor is, the safer it is. No, it isn't. Leave the earth connection in until it's discharged, you moron. Yeah, exactly. Guy flies across the room because AI said it was fine to touch it. Yeah, it's deadly. Don't listen to it. how to wire the plug on an appliance is even fucking wrong and oh, jeez. It's just so annoying when you know how to do something. I mean, the amount of calls I take at work from countries that don't have a lot of roundabouts, so i.e. America or the USA, they have roundabouts, they don't have too many. In fact, you can live in some states in America where there isn't a single one, so you never have to deal with them when you drive. You come to the UK, we got millions of them, they're everywhere, you know. So they Google how to use a roundabout, and AI and Google say stay in the outside lane and take the exit you need. No, all the no, don't do that, because some of them are lane locked. You need to be in the correct lane for the correct exit, and if you're not, you're going to cause an accident, and invariably they do. Well, I don't know, I watched a video and it had a guy who just said you just need to be in the outside lane until you come to... No, that's not how they work. If you want to drive in this country, take a driving test in this country. Because otherwise, you really don't know how it works. And 99% of the calls I get are people... switching off to the fact that suddenly on the left-hand side of them is much more vehicle than there is when you're driving in a left-hand drive vehicle. Oh, I'm in a right-hand drive vehicle. Instead of the big bit being to my right, it's now to my left. It does take a while for your brain to adapt. But the thing is, once your right hand is changing gear, or if you're in an automatic, it doesn't even have to, is your brain is still not thinking about how big that side of the car is. Don't specify that it's UK roundabouts. Doesn't matter which side of the road you're on. You'd be surprised. If I could reveal the details of some of the calls I've taken, you guys would be like, wait, what? But I can't do that. Because I signed an NDA and I don't want to go to court and get sued, and yeah, no, not gonna happen. But also, yeah, just don't listen to AI. I mean, I don't even trust Google, to be honest with you. We've got a bit of lag. We're okay. We just got a bit of lag here. Nothing to worry about. We're probably still alive. Oh shit, maybe not. Why is everything hit me so hard in Shadowlands? Because it's Shadowlands. I swear to God, these things are hitting harder than the hecklers were. And they were higher level. Yeah, it's the car dimensions that stick. That's right. Your brain can mirror quite quickly. What it can't do quite as well is deal with the, exactly as you say, the dimensions of the car being on the different side. That can take much longer to figure out. And invariably, the collision has happened on the left of the driver. I don't know how, but I managed to hit a row of parked cars that was sat there doing nothing down a road as I was trying to reverse. And you're like, wait, what? How did you? Oh, wait, yeah, you're used to driving on the other side of the road, so your brain's saying this is where the big bit of the car is. And it ain't, you know. We have postal workers' cars with right side wheel for ease of access. It was scrapped pretty fast. Well, it's the right side of the car because it's the right side of the car. I mean, I've driven in left side of the road countries, and I just have, you know, a certain spatial awareness where I was aware of, okay, I'm on this side of the car, so this side is the big side. And I've never actually made the error of like, oopsie daisy, I forgot the big bit was there. Yeah, most of the car was to the left. Well, it doesn't matter to me. I can sit in the middle of a vehicle, the left side or the right side. As I drive, I kind of become the vehicle. I become spatially aware of its dimensions very quickly. That's probably fairly unique to me. I don't know. I've driven big trucks and stuff around London, so my kind of spatial awareness, etc., is quite well developed, maybe. I don't know. Okay, we has lag. I'm hoping I'm still alive, but I'm not entirely sure that I am. Nope. Yeah, you have to consider the size of the vehicle you're in and where it sits. When I get in a vehicle, my brain kind of goes, you are now this big. I can't explain how that happens, but that's what happens when I get in a vehicle. Like I now drive, I've got another Jag. It's an XF -R. It's pretty big. It's probably as long and wide as most delivery vehicles, etc. But is in fact a car. But it is really long. What I love is it has a it's got the tow hook on the back. I think the previous owner had a caravan or trailer or something they use regular. So it has that built into it, which means if anyone drives into the back of it, I'll suffer virtually no damage whatsoever. But as soon as they reverse off the vehicle, it's just going to rip the front of the car off because it just goes doink and it's under it. And it's, you know, like 3 inches of stainless steel or whatever. Quantum transfer redeemed. Hydrate. I did. With beer. But there you go. Yeah, a lot of people say, why doesn't Europe buy American cars? Because they don't fit on our roads, essentially. They're too big. Way too big. If you, I mean, even the Jag I've got, it's to be honest, it's too damn big for UK roads. It's like 20% larger in every direction than the X type I had before. Well, I still own, but I just don't drive. And roads in Europe were developed long before any kind of motorized vehicle was invented. Although it was invented by an Italian guy. As was the aeroplane. But depending which country you come from, you will have been educated that person X, Y, or Z invented it. But no. So for years, I thought it was an American guy that discovered aluminium and named it aluminum. But it turned out he only speculated it. He never actually produced it, and so therefore never invented it. And it was in fact a Dutch person that speculated it and then proved it by making it. He came up with a method, a scientific kind of chemistry, whatever, process to actually make aluminium. And because he was a scientist, he used the scientific name. So the folklore, the Mandela effect, that actually it is aluminum because the guy that discovered it called it that, isn't actually true, which is weird because I'd believed it was for donkey's years. But it's not. That person came later. I mean, it's an element. Nobody invented it. It happened in a supernova, you know, somewhere. It's really weird, the way information is disseminated. Well, I'm waiting to see what happens, 'cause I has the lag. Jeez, Louise, I'm so low on health. Right, okay. Spamming siphon. Oh dear, I have quite a bit of lag. Excuse me. Yeah, can't do shit at the minute. Not a good advert for the server, but there we are. Oh yeah, we got there in the end. Did you drop a spirit or not? Did it actually? Oh, it did. Okay, what did we get? Oh, a nice one. Grieving Spirit of Strength. Oh, that one's better. Ah, well, there we go. That one's multi-melee 41 versus this one, which is multi-melee 46. Okay. Soul feeding. Where are we at? 10 fissure Haitians. And pull. Holy hell, we might die to lag. Because their damage doesn't seem to be lagged, whereas mine absolutely does. Holy shit, no, we're gonna die, gonna die. Because lag, right, I'm pretty sure it's dead. Holy shit, bikes. Damn, that was close. We were down to like 22 HP or something there. It was very, very close. So what I do in laggy situations is keep hitting the hotkeys as if everything's going as according to plan. No, it wasn't luck, mate. It was tactics. So what I do is I imagine the fight's actually happening, even if it kind of isn't. And spam first aid, all the perk attacks, whatever I need, etc. Even if it's not happening on the screen, because if you stand and freeze when that happens, you're gonna die, pretty much. So carry on as if everything's normal, and when the server kind of catches up, then what you did and inputted is actioned, and yeah, maybe you live. But in that instance, that was very close. Yeah, you don't have to die. You just have to hope you don't die before the input. Yeah, pretty much. See, at the moment, straight down to half health. And hope lag doesn't happen again. First aid. There we go, 70, and we got that one. What have we got there? Oh, I think that's worse than the one I have. Level 44. Oh, shit. Oh, no, okay. Right, we got a perk. Cannot put any more into piercing mastery. Totemic rights will give me that. Sublime rapport. Give me ethereal touch, which is an AC debuff. Excuse me. Right, okay, so we want to go to bar number 2. Change it again. We're on a shade, so everything gets stacked. So that's going to be G as well. That's bar 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Oh, where's my mission gone? It could have bugged. I'm not going to lie, that's happened. Okay, no, the server gets reset every night, so you have to remake your character every day and get as high level as you can, because that's what Reddit said. If your source is not one of the dev team from the official website and or Discord, your source is a sack of shit. Don't listen to it. That's the guidance. Yeah. The server gets reset at midnight every night. Didn't you know? Because, yeah, don't listen to Reddit. Don't listen to any of that shit. It's all just complete bollocks. It really is. I'm constantly gobsmacked by how poor the information accuracy is that people pull from, and it's from sites that are not associated with the project or the people involved with the project. If it didn't come directly from a dev, it's bollocks. It's just someone shooting shit into the wind and hoping it sticks. You know, don't listen to that crap. It's god awful. It really is. Just stay away from it. Absolutely. Right, so the rest of the quest has now vanished. Oh, cool. Things are not 100%. It's not a production game. It's not, you know. There you go. 3F1. I am a dev. Yes, you are. Yeah, if 3F1 says, nah, it's bollocks, mate. It is, in fact, bollocks. Don't listen to it. Wherever the source is, delete it from your search history. It's dog shit. It knows nothing, you know? I need instructions to proceed with the Haitian artifact. Which surprises me, actually. Normally you don't need to do this, but we're doing it now. Yeah, Malabrines or whatever. So we're level 70 now. Let's see where we're at. So melee weapons 583, but let's take off these two weapons. Is 3F1 actually a dev? For PRK? Yes. Yes, they are. If they say it, it is. There's no... just to be absolutely clear, VIPs in my chat are either former ARCs, really good friends that deserve VIP, like Space Quest and people like that, Fairwolf, etc., and or a developer of Project Rubicar. And if they say this is how it works, you can 100% take it from the horse's mouth. This is how it works. All right, piercing 543. I haven't got my phone with me. 700 minus thing. Where's the calculator gone? Calculator. Right, okay. So 701. 701 minus. What have we got without the weapons on? 543. 158. I can't get a wrangle that high. How can I support the project without attracting Funcom's wrath? Well, we'll just leave 3F1 to answer that. You cannot give them money. You can't do that because they do not own the IP, and if you pay them money, even voluntarily as a donation, that can be misconstrued as them selling you the game they do not own, which puts you in a bit of a legal, well, cesspit, basically. Yeah, just play the game. Because all the time we're playing, they're gathering information from what's happening when and how we're playing that tells them how the game is working, whether things are working out, and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, play the game. That's the way to support them. Anyway, back in a mo. Right, he's back. Malabren's, or I've got find the frozen artifacts. That might be quicker, actually. We're gonna go south for it, though. So we're not quite there. We're getting closer. We are getting closer. It is easier to play keeper, not gonna lie. Just at the moment, anyway. Because you do, once you've done the garden quest, you can get the blocker and whatnot on spec 1. Especially when blockers break again. I've been okay on my keeper. But obviously everyone's experience is going to be a little different. It doesn't always work. As in, on live, if a keeper has blockers running, everyone in the team gets blockers. It doesn't always quite work that way here. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Sometimes blocks and absorbs are kind of infinite, yeah, which shouldn't actually be like that, so yeah. Sometimes weird shit happens. But the way reflex and everything work is kind of weird. Oh, we've got one of the alpha testers saying nothing works anymore. Restart needed. Apostrophe. Yeah, because restarting fixes everything. No, it doesn't. Right, we could do a few of the searching for your roots. So we need Maya, Coral, Crystal, and Flux. Yeah, you need metrics and logs to see why it isn't working. Exactly. Yeah, just play the game. That's how to support the project. And it is a project. It's not a live service game. It's completely free. It always will be. Because it is not a production game. So I am alpha testing the game, but I'm having a lot of fun doing it. Even when we get lag, like this. So I am spamming the key presses as if everything's happening normally, in the hope that when it catches up, you know, I'm still alive. Which I may or may not be. Shadowlands is especially bad, but that's where the XP is. Why are these people asking for a restart like it'll fix everything? More first aid. Spamming first aid. Pink goggles and no clue. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, the same memory leak is still there on live too. Oh yeah, you get dipshits. What are you gonna do, you know? My expectations are as they are. Here you go, look. Fucking all the armchair devs are coming out now. Want to buy the devs a memory profiler? Okay, explain exactly what that is and what it does, because I bet you don't fucking know. Okay, which software package did you use to identify the memory leak? Or did you just regurgitate something you read somewhere? I'm not being mean, I'm just like, fucking hell, don't be an arsehole. This is like people turn up to a server that there's an open invite for, okay? And start trying to tell the development team what they're doing wrong from a position of minimal information. That's the problem, and you need to be called out for that. You do. I'm sorry, but you do. Oh, look, Rakido. Memory leak is just one of those terms people pick up and tend to regurgitate. Yeah, it caused crashes when people had 128 megabytes of RAM. I've got 32. I haven't had a memory leak ever with the game for, I don't know, over 10 years. Right, how much memory is it using? Less than a gigabyte. Memory leak? I don't think so. I mean, there you go. Discord is currently using almost more, and so is Chrome. Chrome is using more RAM than the game. The game is using less than a gigabyte. Memory leak, restart the server. You don't fucking know what you're talking about. Shut up. Oh my God. Look, there it is. It's in front of you. Look, there's a game, less than a gig, right? Discord, 600 and something meg. Oh my God, what a troll. Okay, let's go memory. Right, so I'm using 2 gig with OBS to stream the game. I'm using double the memory just to stream the game than the game's using. Oh, but it's a memory leak. I know, I read it somewhere. Oh my God, dude. Don't do that. I mean, there it is, dude. The launcher is using 51 megabytes of memory. The game is using under a gig, and OBS is using 2 gig. But it's a memory leak. That's the problem. It's kind of frustrating. And I will rise to the defense of the dev team, because they must get sick and tired of this. It's the... Have you seen the... Was it SNL did it? I'm not even sure. But yeah, someone did the 5 perpendicular red lines sketch. And I can imagine they're all feeling like that. Like, what? No. That's just doesn't work like that. That's not even logical. What the hell are you talking about? Carlos still rocking the mega beard. Well, you know, thank you very much. It is the mega beard. I'm part of the mega beard club now. There's me, Gandalf, and some other guy. I don't agree, but they could. How the fuck do they know what's happening on the server unless it's their server? How the fuck do they know what the server's doing? Because we've got a memory leak on the live server, and it depends whether or not you've got the map open. Okay? And I know this from Savick, who developed Savick's map of Rubicar, etc. So they can't... I mean, they can speculate, sure, but that's all it is, it's speculation. This is 100% follow the gourd. Monty Python, Life of Brian. 101. People will make shit up and claim it's gospel. It's the stone tablets handed to Moses. Because they read it somewhere. And then it becomes their entire belief about what the issue is. There's no empirical thinking. It's just, I don't get why people do that. You know? The second part of my comment, I know, but you've got to understand what I'm saying. Now, if the server itself had a memory leak, they'd know. Holy shit, fire. I'm gonna die. With lag. I'm gonna die with lag. I'm gonna die with lag because all my attacks failed to land. And now they did. Yeah. Die, mother father. Honestly, your moustache is more impressive than... I got a moustache, yeah. Call me the Loranx. Yeah, it is, but how the hell do they know what's happening on the server? It's not a server like a data center server. It's a computer in someone's house. That's it. If they get lag, we get lag. If their ISP is being shit, our connection is shit. That's how it works. It's nothing, you know, they're presupposing how a live service game works on top of a game that isn't a live service game. That's the thing. It's like, oh my God, just shut the fuck up. You're just making yourself look foolish, you know? Yeah, I mean, I'm on fiber. I'm on a 1 gigabyte fiber connection. Would it be any less laggy if I ran it in my system? No. There's a ton of shit happening that we don't see in the game. There really is. I mean, it's staggering how much is going on behind the scenes. I remember someone saying, why can't they just switch missions on? I was like, well, think about what happens when you click the mission button on a mission terminal. Okay, you got to generate the instance, the layout of the instance, the mobs inside the instance, the chests in the instance, the loot inside the chests in the instance, and then you've got to generate the reward and the return and the... Oh my God, there's so much going on. What mob types are in there? How many doors are locked? All of that. It's massive. Yeah, all the fucking settings. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just doesn't work that way. It doesn't though. It just doesn't. Can you inspect others' equipment? Not at this point in the development, no. Right, where are we at now? Got 583 less 40. So if we take these two off, which you do when you start equipping the other weapons, you got to remember these two buff piercing. So we're at 543. We're still not there. When Funcom released the game, it was a dumpster fire. Well, it wasn't the best it could be. It had a lot of issues, but no, you got to remember they were the second large MMO that was ever released. Okay, we're done with crystal rafters. We've killed enough that it works. Okay. Which other rafters we got? Crystal? Nah. No, crystal. Are they all crystal here? I'm sure they were mixed. We'll do the frozen artifacts. That should give us a level at least. Oh, it was not a good time. You can go back on somethingawful.com and look at the posts. I think I've got it somewhere. Something Awful. Anarchy Online from 2001. From July 10th, 2001. Funcom claims they have finished the game twice upon its release. Yeah, this is 2001. This is 25 years ago, quarter of a century ago. There's an article on it. Here's another one. Posting on forums. Here's the guide to posting on forums. Confused newbie. Confused newbie will post the following messages. Counter-Strike. Hey guys, what are the games you play? I play Quake 3 because I love the netcode and my 33.3 modem on my mum's computer. Counter-Strike game is like Quake 3. Well, I like it. Thanks a lot. Star Trek forum. My friend Maria told me to post here. Maria, are you here? Hello, hello. Please reply if you're here. Does anyone know Maria here? How do I chat on this? Honda Civic forums. What music do you guys listen to? I like Marilyn Manson. I hope you don't like the Backstreet Boys. Lol, 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 lol. Flamethrower clone. None of this in 25 years has actually changed. And people act surprised when I listen to them and go, fuck off. You know, like this guy, you fucking don't know shit about Counter-Strike, you puke lapping shithead. If you did, you fucking retards realise it fucking sucks. Gay balls, you faggot, queer, homo. I don't know what all the anti the homophobic thing is. The computer expert, Counter-Strike forum. Version 1.0 runs like shit on my Athlon 800 OC to 1523 with 1028 megs of Muskin DDRQ RAM on an 8-bit VHS 1100 motherboard, dual boot in Linux, Blackhead, and a beta of Whistler. Whistler was XP, by the way, if you didn't know that. Using the version 23.1.8736 alpha drivers on my NVIDIA GeForce 2 Ultra Maximum Pro, even disabled DNV CD and boosted the latency rating to 4.19, and it still didn't work. The game is obviously defective. Somethingawful.com. Nothing has actually fucking changed since 2001 when it comes to this. Go to the link, and then there's this guy. I'll post you the link. So there you go, Twitch, and oh no, did it not? All right, I'll try that again. Copy, paste. There you go. There you go, Twitch, and for everyone over on the YouTube, here's the same link. So there you go. The Mensa Troll. This guy's always funny, and we've had so many of them on AO. It's ridiculous. The Mensa Troll shares many characteristics of the Flamethrower clone, but this style of poster refrains from writing as many blatant homosexual overtones. A general gist of the Mensa Troll is posts are they're the smartest creature in the world, and every time they post a message, it's for the sole purpose of manipulating others on the forum. It doesn't matter what reaction they get from anything they write, because the Mensa Troll can justify anything they want. For some reason, they're not able to justify it. You just completely ignore it and avoid the subject. Under no circumstances shall the Mensa Troll be responded to. Yeah. So this guy goes, it's interesting to see so many of you silly monkeys jump around and react to my post, which created the associative link between Counter-Strike players and certain members of the K9 family. Your predictable reactions are exactly what I expected from such a lowbrow indie. Yeah, that guy, you know you've met them before. And then Mr. Aggressive, Cute Girl 2.0, Ravy Davy, etc. It goes on and on and on. And the weird thing about it is that it's never actually changed. We're still in the same thing. And why? Because people are the same. That's why. So from 25 years back, you know, the arseholes on Reddit, the arseholes on every social media platform are exactly the same. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a good launch, let's be honest. It really wasn't. I mean, it was fraught with all kinds of issues. But yeah, something awful had it all chapter and verse way before the modern social media landscape existed. And yet, they're completely right. You go read that and then look at all the posts on social media and you realize, oh shit, nothing's changed then. Because it hasn't. People are still people. They still post the same crap everywhere. And it was done as a satirical thing. That's what makes me laugh. They posted it as kind of a joke, but it became the blueprint for the modern social media platform. Which I just find, like, incredibly funny. People think they're doing something new at me, and I'm like, dude, no, you're not. It's just bizarre. I think the fact they think I'm hearing something new from them informs me much more about where they're coming from than anything they have to say. Because I'm looking at them going, oh, you're a Mensa Troll, okay. Or you're this guy, or you're that guy, or you're the other. Yeah, the older generation will go, oh, you're all old, you don't understand it. Fucking, yeah, of course we don't. We only invented it. What do we know? We only came up with it in the first place. But you guys that got sucked into it later, 10, 15, 20 years later, know all about how it works and we don't. It's kind of laughable. It really is. I hate to be the old fart slagging off the internet, but I'm of the age where I was born before the moon landings, but I was only like 6 months old, so I don't really remember it. But saw the birth of the internet, which is quite weird, to be honest with you. Because despite its various incarnations, the internet really hasn't changed that much. I mean, you've got more of a hard limit for memory on a 32-bit executable than you have in your system. But the less than 1 gigabyte the game is using, isn't it? You know. Oh, do I have to do the sliver spiders first? Oh, okay. Yeah, guessing I do. Because I've done more than 3 icy shadows and it hasn't updated. Damn it. Damn you, Gouter! Yeah, it hasn't changed for the better. You've got more diametric opposition. Social media is all geared to get you all fighting each other rather than reaching a consensus. That's what it's designed to do. Who designed that? Well, the tech bro millionaires that don't want to pay tax and have paid a lot of money to various government bodies to make sure they don't have to pay tax. But yeah, let's blame immigrants, poor people. Who else don't we like? You know, pick and mix. Of anybody that's a minority because they're easier to pick on. I mean, these guys are absolute fucking arseholes. Have you seen the movie about how Zuckerberg trashed everyone he was working with in order to own the company and then took all the credit for what the Facebook page thing was? I mean, it's really quite disgusting, but it's also factually accurate. This guy's a fucking prick. He's the last person you want as someone you call friend, and nothing's changed, you know, so there you go. And we all know what happened with Twitter. Oh my God. It went from a light-hearted, easygoing sort of platform into this, look, people fighting in the street. Look, this person being this and trying to win. Oh my God, it's just like Twitter's just like this massive pile of shit that no one wants their ads to run on anymore. And why would they? It's just like beggars belief where it got to, you know? I may die here because, lag. But okay. Spamming controls, spamming actions. Yep, because none of my actions are working. I'm not religious at all, but Jesus did say that makes you religious. Prove he existed. You know, so, yeah, you can't. Yeah, what, the brown-skinned Jewish guy that could have possibly existed at the time? Or, you know, the Ewan McGregor version of Jesus with the pale skin and everything else. Jesus. Because, honestly, God. I'll tell you what I think about religion, okay? It's very, very simple. I don't believe in astrology. I don't believe in any religion. And there's like 3,500 of recognized and accepted religions. And they all completely disagree with each other, which means they can't all be right. But they can all be wrong. And that's a realization I came to when I was about 12 years old. So nothing new. No great insight or anything else. But, bruh. That's, yeah. Yeah, I believe in one less. Yeah, because every person that's religious only believes in their religion. They don't believe in anybody else's. Which functionally means you believe in one less God than they do. That's it. There's 3,499 they don't believe in. You just happen to not believe in one more than that. You know, it's kind of whack, isn't it? You know, you can't all be right. However, logic says you can, in fact, all be wrong. You know, if your belief system gives you comfort and whatever, then good for you. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong, but don't expect me to go along with it either, because I won't. I believe in the flying spaghetti monster, one of the 3,500 registered religions. I think you can just draw knowledge from all sorts of literature. Yes and no. So here's the thing with published literature. Who decides what's published or not? Is that person objective? Does that person have a belief system of their own? And on and on and on. You're constantly fighting against the establishment when it comes to that. And there's nothing you can do about it except make objective and logical judgments about it. And that's mine. You can't all be right, but you can all be wrong. And I'm sorry if that upsets people in some way. You know, I was raised in a very weird mixed family. So my father was Catholic, my mother was Protestant. They had a Catholic priest turning up to the house after they were married in a Presbyterian church, telling them that they were living in sin because they hadn't married in a Catholic church. My father's reaction after he said, well, you're living in sin with a whore, was to punch the guy out and put the priest over the wall and then jump over after him and punch him 3 more times. That was my father's reaction to him. And I think that was the best reaction. I went to Catholic schools, but I never received communion because, as far as they were concerned, I was unclean and not blah, blah, blah. Don't fucking get me fucking started on religion, you know? I had to put up with it so much of my younger life. You know, we raised our son, we said, here's the Bible. Read it if you want. Ignore it if you don't want to. You make your own mind up. And he read it and he went, yeah, no, this is bollocks, isn't it? This is bollocks. You know, he's what, a Zoomer, I think? Yeah, he read it and went, it's got some good stuff, but ultimately you don't need fear of damnation to be a good person. Why is this a thing? You know, that was his whole take on it. And we didn't try and swerve him one way or the other, because how can you arrive at your own belief system if you're indoctrinated? You can't. So he said, there it is, read it, whatever. People go, oh, the Quran is sacrilege. Well, the Quran has the Old Testament and the New Testament in it. It then says there was a further saviour that came later that said, well, you know, I think various bodies have interfered with the message and therefore the message should be this. That's what the Quran is. It still has Adam and Eve and everybody else. They're all there. All the big players. It's like Dallas. JR's there. Sue Ellen, you know, Bobby, man from Atlantis. He's still there. However, they've just added on to the end of it. And as far as the Jewish religious community is concerned, that's what Catholicism is. Well, there's the Old Testament, Adam and Eve, Noah, all the people are there, but we added on to it with a message of hope. In a lot of cases, it depends which faction you go to. Oh, it's such a fucking mess. Which is why I arrived at, you can't all be right, but you can all be wrong. And as soon as you accept that logic, it makes a lot more sense. Anyway, I'm going to call it a night. I know it's not that late, but I am very tired. I was up at stupid o'clock for work, so I'm going. Love you all. Miss you all. Thank you for the subs. Massive thanks for the donation at the beginning of the stream. Much appreciated. Until the next one. Bye for now.